Okay, who here hasn't been to space? Why? You better not throw up on my ship.
Approaching jump in 3, 2, 1.
So we were all wrong. I think I don't know. I don't want to say we were all wrong. I'll say that I was wrong. What I heard, the information was inaccurate. Werewolf by Night is not going to be 20-something, 30 minutes. Werewolf by Night's runtime is going to be 52 minutes and 37 seconds.
Okay.
So we are going to get something better with, where is that there? We're going to get something better with Werewolf by Night. I'm not exactly sure.
Right there.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be centered around. We do know that Blade is supposed to show up at the end. We know the Man-Thing is going to be in it. Obviously, in this GIF here, you see the TVA. And I wonder if the TVA is there because of Man-Thing being a Nexus being or whatever.
Right.
But you know, you see Jessica Bloodstone in the. I mean, you see everyone in the trailer there. You're thinking, well, I doubt it. I doubt that's the only look of it we get before October 6th, because it does, October 7th. It does come out October 7th. So it is
less than 2 weeks away.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I hope they don't drop anything else for it. No more trailers, no TV spots. Keep that mystery. That 2-minute trailer that you gave, keep that up. I mean, people loved this trailer. People like I said, I was not expecting this trailer because we had said this was never officially announced by Marvel Studios. This was always just up in the air. People were talking about it, things like that. But Marvel Studios never came out and officially said anything about Werewolf by Night until D23.
Right.
So when they showed this trailer, I was just like, oh wow, it's real.
Right.
Michael Giacchino is actually doing it. So it's real.
But yeah, that was our, like I said, we talked about this before, that was our conversation. Where I was like, Werewolf by Night, and y'all were like, Trey, it's not. You're thinking it's way more confirmed than it is. Like, and then they dropped it. And that trailer was so fucking good. Because that's not. That was weird because you showed us Scarlet Witch thing earlier, right? This shows arms getting ripped off. Like, this shows. I'm wondering how.
But see, the difference when we saw arms getting ripped off, was that that's the difference though. Was that a human or was that like an animal? Was that a werewolf type? Because see, with people, when you can do that, and Disney will do that all day. Like if it's pulling arms off of like a creature, alien type, I can do that. That's not a real person. But when you're slashing an actual human being with red blood, and then it becomes a problem.
Right.
So so we might get more of that in Werewolf by Night, as long as it's not,
I mean,
human limbs.
I think this will be the perfect way though, if they because this is a Halloween spot, right? That's the whole point of why they're doing it. If they came out and said, "Hey, this is scary, this is Halloween related, not suitable for young children," or you at least put that disclaimer out, then you can get your Blade in. This can bring in the universe of like, oh no, we killing people now. Right?
See,
because that's what I really want from this show is, they talked about in the trailer the whole everyone's at that one gathering together, right? I want this 52-minute show to literally be, we're going to introduce you to Werewolf by Night, right? We're going to introduce you to the werewolf. It's going to be wild as shit, Man-Thing, monsters, creepy shit, just a bloodbath, basically. And then you do have your agencies come in the end, and Blade come in. You can have a Blade come in, and he's looking, and he's like, "This wasn't a vampire."
I do want to go in tempering expectations on Blade for sure. Now I know
as far as seeing him.
No. I do think we will see him because that is strongly. The rumor is strong that he is going to be in it, and I don't know how he doesn't if you have a Werewolf by Night deal going on. But I don't think it's going to be him coming in a detective role and we're getting him for like a 3-minute, 2-minute. I think it's going to be the epitome of what was Eternals, except you will actually see him, not just hear him this time.
Right.
But I think it's going to be that quick.
It's not going to be much,
I don't think they're going to. They're going to keep that. They're going to keep that. We're baiting him. He's here.
Man, that's all I want. I mean, like you said, though, it takes 10 seconds for literally, like, let's say there's blood on the floor, right? A gloved hand scoops. It's not a vampire. Yeah. And you can see the fangs through whatever. You can see maybe part of the face, and then it cuts. That's all I want.
Yeah.
I don't want a lot of Blade. I want just... That's a cool way to bring him in. Usher him in. Yeah, I mean, because, like I said, this is a cool way to usher a lot of shit in.
52 minutes. Good on Marvel, for sure. And that's a Disney Plus. Dropping on Disney Plus.
Well, see, and that's the thing. I don't feel... With 52 minutes, it's not going to... We're not going to get... I feel like I want to leave this with way more questions than answers. I want to leave this with they just introduced a whole bunch of shit and told us nothing.
I love that. You know me. You know me. Anytime anything with Marvel, I love the connective tissue because that's what Marvel built this on. The MCU, at least. That's what the MCU has built their whole cinematic universe on. The connective tissue of everything. I love seeing the TVA. Yeah. I love seeing the TVA in this because, and again, it's just showing the connective tissue of what's going on and why is Kang interested in Werewolf by Night, knowing that Kang is over the TVA. Why send them?
Right. Well, I mean, it could also just be the TVA because we don't know what.
That's true.
Situation this is, what universe, whatever.
That is true.
So, but it would also be really fucking cool if the TVA came in and got someone from this show. Whether it's a side character, it's a lot of like, let's say they get a side character and they were like, you fucked with the timeline, so-and-so shouldn't have been here. They get the person to punish them, right? Take them back, and then in Loki, at any point during season 2, you could literally just see TVA agents walk in with that person.
If you remember,
it's never talked about, but you just see it happen.
But if you remember in season 1 of Loki, Mobius said, like, because when Loki first got to the TVA, he said, this place is hell, and Mobius said, no, that's a different department. He's like, I will help you burn that down, and then he's like, we've got werewolves, we've got he started naming off all these other things, but he did say werewolves. I forgot about that. So they are aware of werewolves in the TVA is. So it's going to be interesting to see the TVA involved. I love that. I love seeing that. And like I said, Man-Thing is a Nexus being. So that could play a huge part in why they are there.
Yeah. And that's my favorite thing about Marvel. You say connective tissue. I agree. But I also just like the little, like, it doesn't, when I say it doesn't always have to mean something. What I mean is in Shang-Chi was the best example of they walk into the place and you see Abomination fighting Wong, right? And it's like, what the fuck? Kind of like, I was like, are they playing a part in this movie? Are they a part of this? And they really weren't. I mean, Wong had a couple lines of dialogue, but it's just like, oh, these people also exist and are doing things. Yeah. So again, if in this movie the TVA got someone, in Loki season 2, he's walking down a hallway and you see a portal open, 2 agents, and whoever they took walk out, they never speak.
Right.
You just see it happening. You see them, and it's like, I love that of existence is going on all throughout my series, all throughout my shows. It doesn't even have to tie in, as far as, oh, we're only going to let people who have a meaning to be in the show be in the show. No, have a fucking, was that Spider-Man swinging for 10 seconds? Like, what the fuck? You know, stuff like that.
Just something for us fans to see. I hope it's well received and also gets a lot of viewership, because to piggyback on what you were saying, and with you saying, like, that scene that got cut because it's Disney, I hope that they see success with this to where they're... Because at the end of the day, it's all about the dollar. And they're like, we need those kids in the seats, and we need the kids buying merchandise. That's a lot of the money. But we saw from Deadpool, that was crazy successful. And that, there weren't little kids at that movie. That's not a little kid movie. So I'm hoping that Disney will get a response from this that makes them comfortable with doing more stuff like this, that bringing out the edgier,
well, and I can see them not wanting to do it as a part of their main MCU, right? Their main driving Avengers canon storyline, because they want the kids in the seat for that, right? But when you start getting into, if they're never going to use like a Blade in the in the Avengers, right? When they start getting too big of a roster for everyone to be a main character, then you can go, okay, we can make a Blade series. Kids ain't gonna watch this one,
right?
But it's not. If you don't see it, you're still like if you don't watch it, it's not like you're not gonna know what's happening in the movies and the main story, right?
That's a good point.
Because that's what I'm worried about with Daredevil and all of that shit. It's like you can. I understand that like the whole point is to make these movies to push the full MCU agenda, but that's the way comic books works. You had Avengers comics, you had major comics. But then you also had side stories that still involved a favorite character but had nothing to really do with the main story. Still connected, still a part of the thing, but this is for a specific audience, right? So give me that.
Right. Yeah. And like you said, the kids, I was, when I was out yesterday, I saw a kid with a Black Panther bottom costume on, Spider-Man mask.
Yeah.
I'm like, these kids, they love Marvel, bro.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool to see the TVA, but let us know down below in the comments what you guys think of the 52 minutes and 37 seconds that is going to be Werewolf by Night. It's not going to be 20 minutes. They're not hoeing us with a 30-minute movie. It's actually going to be a nice little film here that we're getting October 7th. So we're going to be here to react with you guys on that. So let us know down below in the comments what you guys think of that runtime.